Next up at UFC 290, we have Robert Whittaker taking on Dricus Du Plessis. I can't not say it as annoying as that for some reason. But
Du Plessis?
Du Plessis. I know it's Du Plessis, but I don't know. Anyway, Robert Whittaker, 24-6 overall, 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off that dominant win over Marvin Vettori. He's taking on Dricus. Everybody loves Dricus, 19-2 overall. This is probably the most.
Does everyone love Dricus though?
Dude, he's one of the most polarizing people. People will just go to war insisting he's phenomenal, insisting he's going to win, or insisting he's an overrated hack. It's people's opinions on this guy are crazy, especially because
there's different opinions, but there's only one that's right. And
listen, I hear you and I think the same thing, but we'll get to that in a minute. But anyway, Dricus Du Plessis, 19-2 overall, 5-0 in his last 5. He's coming off that TKO win over Derek Brunson. Robert Whittaker, you guys should know who he is, even if you're newer to the sport. Former middleweight champion of the world. He's phenomenal everywhere. Great striking, great wrestling, great grab. He's literally phenomenal absolutely everywhere. His only losses since 2014 are to Israel Adesanya, and that second fight was razor thin. If they gave it to Robert Whittaker, people would have been,
against Izzy? You're talking about the Izzy one?
Yeah, it was razor thin, that second fight.
He won the fight. I thought Robert won the fight.
I'm
biased.
Too,
I'm a Bobby fan, but he won that fight.
No, that second fight was obviously the first fight he got knocked out, but that second fight was super close. So anyway, point being, Robert Whittaker, arguably the best middleweight on the planet right now, or the second best middleweight on the planet right now. And he's taking on Dricus Du Plessis. He's streaking. He's a decent striker. He can work in takedowns. He's exciting to watch because he's explosive, phenomenal leg kicks, really good grappler as well. He hunts for submissions, look for stoppages on the ground. His takedown defense definitely needs some work there, but he does continue to get quality wins. This guy just keeps winning, and they're good wins. Derek Brunson is a good win, and yes, Darren Till is like a fat DUI alcoholic who retired, but that was a decent. Yeah, it's a win over a name.
Sorry, Darren. I don't know if this clip's gonna find you, but I'm a big fan.
Is he gonna say I'm not an alcoholic who got a DUI?
I'm a big fan, Darren.
I actually am too. I think he's fantastic.
You're like what Sadiq was with that fucking clown today on Twitter. Everyone's a troll until they're confronted, and then it's like, oh, let's be friends.
No, I could be a fan of Darren Till and call him out for being fat, red faced, and getting DUIs weeks before.
I'm a fan, and I would never say that.
Anyway, dude, that dude that Sadiq Youssef called out was funny. He did that to me once. He tweeted. He's got like 20,000 Twitter followers, which is being famous on Twitter is so stupid. The least monetizable
I almost have 2,000,
platform.
by the way. I'll put my Twitter actually in the chat right now. Speaking of the devil,
I think Robert Whittaker. Let me finish this, then I'll get back to that. I think Robert Whittaker smokes Dricus. I think this is the reality check that a lot of people need. Robert Whittaker is better than Dricus Du Plessis literally everywhere. He's gonna have better wrestling. Maybe power. Maybe power is the one thing that Dricus has. But Robert has a gas tank. Dricus slows down. Robert has phenomenal offensive takedowns. Very good takedown defense. His striking is beautiful. He's in. He's out. He's all over the place. I think Robert Whittaker smokes Dricus. I think minus 410 is, it's expensive. I think it's a gift. There are levels to this, and these two are not in the same like. I think it's going to be a pretty big reality check for a lot of people. Real quick, Artem, it was that guy, Tajik Bey or whatever. He's got like 20,000 Twitter followers. He was trolling Sadiq Youssef for no reason at all. He chose to go to Sadiq Youssef's page
and say your content is shit, basically.
Yeah, for no reason at all. Just chose.
Unprompted.
This is a guy putting out his own original content. Nobody's doing what Sadiq Youssef is doing. He's breaking down fights, but he's doing it like real sarcastically, super funny, whatever. And this guy went out of his way to shit on him for no reason at all. This is the same guy that begs you to donate money to charities. He did that for no reason at all. Sadiq Youssef was like, called him out. Then Sadiq Youssef goes, oh, I saw the DMs you sent me. I'd love to come on your podcast. And the guy's like, great, let's do it. And then Sadiq's like, fuck off, nerd. Nice try. And it was a perfect setup, a perfect execution. But that dude, he didn't do exactly that to me. But he out of nowhere.
Here it is. You want me to read it real quick, straight out the thing?
Yeah, go ahead. Fuck this guy.
This guy says, this bit, and this is him talking to Sadiq, this bit got old pretty quickly. I'm not sure why you're doing it at this point. It's not even funny anymore. Just unprompted, just to be negative for no goddamn reason. And then somebody replied to him and said, instead of talking about tired jokes, you should consider donating to the Red Cross. Because that was a great response.
Sick burn.
And then Sadiq says, why did he get so triggered? And then this guy again responds, not triggered, bro. It's just not funny anymore. That's it. Sadiq responds, laughing emoji. I just saw your message now, bro. I'll do the podcast. Let's be friends. So then he turns around and it's like, fine. Did I really have to write this post to get your attention with like a funny laughing face? And then Sadiq screenshot all this and said, it never fails. Every hater/troll just wants a hug and attention. Ask me if I'm really going to do his podcast.
It was awesome. It was a perfect 1-2. It was perfect. But what's funny, this dude, this Tajik guy, he tweeted a picture of our thumbnail, our full card thumbnail, where I'm just like this, like whatever. It's a clickbaity YouTube thumbnail. And he's like, is anybody even afraid? Like, he like made some shitty comment. Again, for no reason. I'm living my life over here doing my thing. I didn't know this guy existed. People were sending this to me. So I commented in that. And I don't even remember what the back and forth was. And then I'm getting DMs. Let's do a podcast together. Let's do the show together. I offered it to him. Because I'm like, fuck, the guy's got 20,000 Twitter followers. I've got 2. You're the fucking idiot. So, and then he's like, yeah, let's give the people what they want. It's like, dude, fuck off. Like, you're the dude
he was probably
who out
baiting
of
you
nowhere.
In. You think you're the man here. He was probably baiting you in.
No,
being like,
let's
do it, man. Like laughing, like this small guy.
I wasn't setting him up. I was like, you're the one with 20,000 Twitter
followers. I know, he
followers.
was setting you
Let's
up. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. Just like Sadiq was like, yeah, let's do it.
Oh, well, then
you
I
just
was
told
like,
on
yeah,
yourself, I think.
We're done here. Anyway, tell us why you think Robert Whittaker wins.
Yeah, the big narrative of the entire everything is DDP got his nose fixed, so now he's not going to get tired anymore. Yeah. He's going to absolutely dominate this fight because the only reason he's been losing this fight or these fights or struggling in these fights is because he's getting tired or whatever. You got to fix the technique. I don't give a fuck about him getting tired. Even early in the fight, he is the worst technique. I have no idea. The biggest question mark in my entire world is not whether the moon landing this or that or this conspiracy or whatever. It is how the fuck is this guy 19-2 in fighting a former world champion Robert Whittaker at the 185 division with his skill set? I still have no idea. And if you guys are thinking about picking DDP, I would urge you to go watch the Derek Brunson fight. Let me know how that first round was going for DDP. Go watch the Darren Till fight. Watch him almost losing to Darren Till, who I think is one of the best strikers in the UFC, but that's for another day. Watch him in that Brad Tavares fight, try to get a takedown and just fall straight backwards with Brad Tavares on top of him. Watch these fights. Watch this fighter. This guy isn't fucking close to Bobby Knuckles. Not even fucking close to this skill set. Yes, he's going to be a dangerous guy with the way he fights because he does put himself out there. And I do respect him for that. And he is a tough guy.
Oh, and he's so fun. He's entertaining. All the
behind needing to beat a guy like Robert Whittaker just is not there. Robert Whittaker's just so comfortable. And the biggest difference is he manages range so well. So those blitzes aren't going to be boxing range, blitz in, pop, pop, pop. It's going to be blitzing in, and Robert's going to look at the camera like The Office and be like, look at this guy coming here. And then whap, and just laying that fucking right hand right down the pipe. He's going to see all this shit coming. DDP is not going to be able to take down Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker is going to single-handedly stop this hype train, and we can be done with DDP. With that said, I think I'm going to be rooting for him because I do like chaos. I do like the story. I'm a big Robert Whittaker fan. Bobby Knuckles, nobody pumps him more than me. But for the division and for that potential matchup with Izzy, just the storylines and everything, it would be fun if he won.
Oh, we need him to win. Like, what are we going to do? We're going to see Robert Whittaker versus Dricus Du Plessis 7?
You mean Izzy?
Yeah, sorry. 7, like we need Dricus to win for the division.
Didn't Izzy say I'm not fighting Robert Whittaker again? I think he already said like the trilogy's done, I'm not fighting him again.
Yeah, just like because he barely won a decision and then he beats Pereira. He's like, oh, we're done. I put it to bed. I'm 1-4. I put it to bed.
I can't remember.
Absolute joke. I don't know if he said he's never fighting him again, but he definitely said like if Dricus wins, I'll fight him. If not, and then he said somebody else.
Who would it be? Darren Till, probably. He's always said he wanted to fight Darren Till.
I do hate that Darren Till left. I wish he would have gotten himself under control, like fix his cardio, all this stuff. That whole Hazmat thing was awesome, but then he just was out of shape, like didn't do anything with it. On Twitter, he was amazing. He's not even funny on Twitter anymore. What's he doing? What happened to this guy?
He's and not to be like to make like fun of the situation or whatever, but I think he's got a lot of like, I think mentally is his biggest. Yeah, I think mentally it's his biggest issue.
He's actually said that before, but
anyway. He's a fun dude. If he was a fun top guy he is like what the UFC wants in a character and a person, the way he interacts with people and other fighters and stuff. But yeah, it's a shame. He literally was one of my favorite fighters. So it's
his plot line with Mike Perry was awesome too for a little while. Listen,
you want a spa? Oh, I thought you said spa.
Anyway, Robert Whittaker, $9,100 in DraftKings. I'm all on it. I imagine there's actually a lot of wrestling in this. I think Robert Whittaker's going to take him down whenever he wants. We just saw Derek Brunson do it. Obviously, Derek Brunson's a non-stop wrestler, but
I think Robbie will do. I think what he'll do with the Vittori stuff, just see how he's doing with the feet. If not, he'll shoot a takedown and kind of mix it up. I agree. He can do whatever he wants in this fight.
Yeah. So, but while it may have sounded disrespectful to Dricus, I think the way you worded it was perfect. With it's just skill for skill. They are just not on the same level.
Yeah, and I want to stress
excitement for excitement. DDP is a ton of fun.
Right.
He's probably going to lose this fight, but I hope he continues to win. I don't want him to throw in the towel.
That doesn't happen very often. He beat the fuck out of Derek Brunson enough. The corner threw in the towel. Was like, get my fucking fighter out of there. Even when the round ended, they're like, yeah, we've seen enough. So he's a tough dude. And I want to stress too that he does possess power. He is a dangerous guy. So if he does do that blitz in and knock out Robert, it's like, okay, that's what he's kind of been doing, but it shouldn't happen.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. WeWantPicks.com, $10 a month, become a premium member. You're going to get everything you could ever imagine for that $10 a month. It's insane.